Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I am starting my testing series. Recently I went into B&M and I picked up a big massive pile of Revolution gift sets. I believe they've got them in ready for Christmas, but they've got them in super early this year. I thought I better grab them straight away before they sell out. So what I'm going to be doing, I did this last year and it went down really well. Last year I did a haul just the same, and then I tested the products on my channel. So I'm going to do the same again. So today is a testing, and we are testing this one here, which is the Masterclass. It comes with 2 eyeshadow palettes, an eyeliner, a brow pen and cut crease canvas. So I'm going to do some swatches for you now, and then I will show you how I created this look using both palettes. But yeah, let's dive in. So the first thing I want to mention about this kit, so you do get your 5 items. So you've got 2 palettes, and they are good palettes, eyeliner, cut crease canvas, and a brow pen that I've lost. Here it is, a brow pen, and this is the like micro brow pen, so the one with like the different like 3 strokes on the nib. The first thing I'm going to say is the cut crease canvas comes in the colour Etch, which is deep. I get Illustrate, which is fair. And I'm just going to put them side by side so you can see. But all is not wasted, because the fair is perfect for me. That's obviously too deep. But in my drawer I have Halo. Halo is another cut crease canvas, and that is the lightest shade they do. It's pretty much white. So I've never used this. I bought this for bright eye looks, but in all honesty I never bother, because this is in my everyday makeup kit. So when I'm doing my makeup for videos, or just when I'm doing it on the day to day, I will just, because it's in my makeup kit, I'll just grab it. I don't like to have too many things open at once as well, that's another thing. So I haven't used this white, but these are the same products, so you can obviously mix them and it will have no effect on the formula because they are the same product. So I can now use up my white and this combined and then get the shade that I want from it. So all's not lost, as I say. But yeah, it's not an ideal shade for most people, but if you wanted to pick up a white, you could make it work, and that way you're only sort of like, you're not losing out on anything because you're using both the white and you know, you get to use both products, so you're not losing out as such. But it is a pain that you have to buy the white. If you've already got it, ideal. Or if you've already got one that's a little bit too light for you, use it, mix it in, same thing. So today I did my makeup before I realised that there was a brow product in this kit, so I haven't actually tried this brow product, so I do apologise. But what we are going to do is we're going to swatch it, and if this doesn't work for me, it'll work for my mum because she's slightly darker than me. Her brows and things are slightly darker. So the packaging just looks like a felt tip liner, and the nib has 3 little hairs on it. I don't know whether you'll see that. Let's see how it draws. Oh, it's very warm. That is so strange. Wonder if it needs shaking up. See how that's drawn? There's a darker line and then like almost like a red. So one of the nibs is coming out one colour and the other is coming out another colour, which is so strange. I wonder if it needs a good shake. The 2 completely different colours in the same thing. I don't know how that is even possible. I don't get it. So I've just drawn with one side with one and one side with the other. I don't get it. Is it meant to be like that, or is it gone weird? Let me just read the packet. It does not say that it's meant to be 2 different colours. It just says dark brown. It says it's unique angled. I mean, it does draw quite nicely. It's one of those things that you have to get you know, have a bit of practice at to get good at making it actually do the lines. But as you can see, it's very warm. I wouldn't say that was dark brown, would you? Some of it is. The weird bit was, the weird dark bit is, but I don't get why one is dark and one isn't. Is there two wells in it? I kind of want to take it apart now to see. I don't want to ruin it. But there you go. That is the brow pen. And now I look like, I don't know what I look like. I've got problems. That's what I look like. And then we have a black eyeliner, which I have used today. I do feel like it's really, really black. I'm going to do this on this hand. Oh, but then I have to use the wrong hand. Right, excuse how straight this is. I'm using my left. I'm right-handed and I'm drawing a line with my left hand. So it is really, really black. If only I could do it straight, you'd be able to see a lot better. I'm going to have to do it on this hand. I'll do it up my arm, then it's out of the way of them. There you go, I've done a few, just different sizes so that you can see. It is really, really black. And it went on nicely. It didn't feel too dry or too wet. I hate it when they're wet, when they're really, really wet and then they soak into your shimmer shades and kind of like leak up your eyes. But I also hate when they're so dry that you have to like really rub on your eyelids, because that's not good for you either. So yeah, good product, good consistency, so I'm pleased with that. I didn't obviously try this because I didn't want to open it just yet because I've got one on the go. So I used my regular shade, but I love cut crease canvas. So even if you just wanted to use this to try it before you bought your correct shade, it would be a good idea just to see what the formula is like and whether you like it, because I absolutely adore that product so much. Or you could mix in a little bit of your foundation with it, or you could even use it for contouring. That wouldn't be too bad for a lighter skin tone contour. A lot of people contour these days with concealer and things, so yeah, you could try that. But yeah, let's move on to the eyeshadow palettes before I ramble on for 70 years. First up, we've got the beautiful Creative Volume 1 palette. I mean, how gorgeous is that? It's all raised as well. This is all nice and raised and etched. And yeah, a little bit of me peacocks. Saying that, the inside's not that peacock. There is like one turquoise shade. I mean, could there be a less peacock palette than this? I guess there's purples in it, but there's like one like turquoise. There's not even a green in here or a dark teal. But yeah, it is a really nice palette. I actually today only used this shade out of it and I used the rest out the other palette. I only actually used 3 shades today. So what I'm going to do is get rid of this. Are we going to do it on this arm? We'll do it on this arm. I haven't got any wipes up here, so we'll do it on this arm. We'll just ignore that bit there. I'm just going to take a random selection of shades from this palette because we'll be here all week swatching 2 palettes. So I'm going to do a mixture of mattes and shimmers. That matte has gone really well over the eyeliner, so that shows how good it is, how pigmented it is. Whoa, and that shimmer's covered, near enough covered that bit of the black eyeliner up. That's crazy. Okay, so just a few of the shades. I must admit that matte purple took a heck of a lot of building up. Wasn't the best shade really, and this black is very, very pale and kind of grey toned. But other than that, I mean, look how well those have covered up that black eyeliner. This one's a matte, this one's a shimmer. In a certain light you can see it, but in other lights you can't. It's just actually blown away by that. They are really, really pigmented. So that is palette number 1. So just found a wipe and tried to clean off my mess, which was the eyeliner. No, it wasn't, it was the brow product, and it's left gingery lines all over my hand, so that's great. I'm sure it'll fade in a couple of days, but yeah, that's going to stain your eyebrows for a few days maybe. So anyway, moving on. This is the next one. This is the Forever Flawless Optimum. As I said, these used to be a tenner, but I think they might have gone up. They might be 12, and don't quote me on it. They're at least £10 unless they're sort of reduced in the sale. This is what this one looks like. This isn't one I've picked up in the past, which is strange because I have pretty much most of them. So let's give these a swatch. Wow, that one felt incredible. So I've just literally swatched Advantage, which is the bottom shade of those two, and it felt so silky and so soft. It was like a pleasure to sort of touch it. That sounds really weird, but yeah, it was. It felt gorgeous on to the touch. Oh yeah, so the shimmers in this palette just feel that way. If you look, they're very metallic. Very, very pretty. Let's try this black again. It doesn't look that great, but blacks are like one of the worst shades to create. It's not the best. But yeah, other than the black is passable. It's just not as black as, you know, more high-end ones. But yeah, I think they swatched really well, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do now is I will pop me creating this look on next. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I'll just recap these palettes and then we'll get cracking, just so you know what sort of shades I'm working with. So I'm going to make a look with both these palettes because obviously they're both in this gift set. So we've got the Forever Flawless Optimum, which looks like this. And then we have the Creative Volume 1, and I just can't get over the packaging on this one. It is so, so pretty. It's all raised around the peacock feathers. So, so pretty, and it looks like this inside. So I am just going to sort of cobble together a look on camera. I don't really have anything planned. It's the first time I'm looking at these palettes. So to start with, the first colour I'm choosing from the Optimum palette, and it is this shade here, which is like a dark blue, like a navy blue, and this is called Maximum. And I'm just taking this on a pencil brush, and I'm just going to apply that as my lower crease shade. So that's going onto the eye a lot lighter than I was expecting, but we'll see if it's buildable. Might be this brush actually. It's not the most dense pencil brush in the world. This is a Luxe pencil by Zoeva. That is why it's a Luxe pencil. They do a regular pencil. I found my Sigma one, which is much firmer, so we'll go with the Sigma. I love Sigma brushes. They are the best brushes I've tried, but they have a very large price tag attached, and to be honest with you, like a single brush costs the same as a set of other brushes that are actually alright, so it's one of those. So I'm happy with this shape for now. I'm going to go in with my next colour, and that's going to be from the same palette again, and it's going to be this Warrior shade here, and that's going to go above the shade I've just done. This time I'm going to try and make a thin line around the previous colour. I don't want it too thick because I don't want to end up with you know, eyeshadow too high up. And I am just overlapping it as well, and we will of course blend this once I'm happy with the shape. So this is what we're playing with. So I'm going to go in and blend this. I'm using this brush here, which is the Sigma E39. It's called the Buff and Blend brush. I've got another short blending brush by Sigma, which is the Firm Blender. I like them both, but the Buff and Blend's a little bit shorter, so we're going to go in with that one first, and then I might use the other one after. And I'm just going to see how it blends out without using any sort of pigment on it, and then we'll go from there. So at the minute I'm just focusing on blending the line between the two shades. And I'm happy with how they're blended together. So now I'm going to go in and blend the top. And I'm just going to try and still keep it as tight as possible. I don't want it to spread much further, but I want to get rid of that harsh edge. So my battery just died mid-blend, so apologies for that. I did have two, but I've lost one of them. I'm really not sure what I've done with it. So I've had to wait for it to charge enough to hopefully get this video filmed. I've put the rest of my face on while I was waiting, and I did my other eye to match. But we are at the exact same point with the eye makeup, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to finish blending this out, because I left this eye exactly as was. So now I'm just going to cut my crease using the Revolution Cut Crease Canvas, which I always use. And today I'm using a cut crease brush by Sigma, which is the E62. But you can use any cream product brush. In order to do this speedily, I usually just do what I've done now, which is do all, you know, the easy bits first, and then I go around and create the shape I want. That bit I do quite slowly, just so that I make sure I get the right shape. And once you're happy with that shape, which I am, then it's time for the lid shade. And I'm going to pick a colour out of the other palette, so out of this palette. And I'm going to go with Inspired, which is the turquoise one here. I just want to leave the outer corner free because I'm going to make that darker. So like so. And I'm just going to tap a little bit of the colour on with my finger just to see if that'll intensify it a bit, because it tends to with Revolution shimmers. Yeah, that's looking much more pigmented. So because I've had to be quite heavy-handed with that shade, I've gone over the crease a little bit so it doesn't look quite as you know, straight as it could. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking this teeny tiny brush, and this is the Zoeva, what is it, Spot Liner 310, and I'm just going to take the dark blue, so the navy blue, and I'm just going to trace around where the line should be, just to create that definition that I've just lost. It's mainly in one place that I've lost it, just where I was trying to deepen it up with a slightly different brush. Next I'm going in with the Zoeva Firm Blender again, and I'm just going to take the dark turquoise, which is Fighter. I'm just going to take that colour for now, and just go around the edge, but then I'm going to go back in with navy in a moment. So as you can see, I've just smoked out that edge lightly with the turquoise. So I'm going to take my Sigma pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with the navy, and I'm just literally going to bring the line that we've got going on here down slightly. I'm just going to catch the other eye up and then we'll do some liner. So we're matching again. I'm going to do my under eye and my liner. I'll do my under eye first. So I'm just going to do very, very simple. I'm going to take the lid shade, which is the Inspired from this palette here. So it's the only turquoise shade. And I'm just going to run that out under my eye to about there, which is about the middle. Make it quite smoky, and do the same on the other eye. So taking the darker teal that we used up here and just taking that another third of the way across, just slightly overlapping with the original colour just so that it blends nicely, like so. And then finally we take the dark navy colour and just put that at the very outer edge. So we're on to liner next, and there is a liner in this kit. It's the Liner Revolution. I'm just going to test it on my hand first just to make sure. I would thought it might be matte, but it's not. It's actually like shiny a bit. I'm just going to line my upper eyelids with this. I do find even if you don't want a noticeable liner, if you're going to put lashes on, it's always good to have at least a thin line of liner. That way it sort of covers up the lash band a bit. It blends better. Because I did that on camera, the pressure made me wobble a bit. It's quite hard actually to draw liner on my eyelids these days. It never used to be. I've been drawing liquid eyeliner since I was 14 and I'm 38, so like 24 years. But the older I get, the harder it gets because my eyes are not flat anymore, they're really crinkly. So you're drawing along, and if you just drew a straight line, there would be gaps. You have to literally sort of like, so if I did this, it would be like this. Let me show you. It would be like that. So I have to literally like very carefully do that, which is not ideal. To get a straight line from millions of little lines is very hard. But yeah, I do get there. It's just occasionally I go a bit too wide or something. But yeah, I used to be able to do it in 2 seconds. Mascara time. I'm just using this Revolution one because my my normal Benefit one has gone manky, so it's time for a new one. And this one is open, so I think I used it in a testing video a while back and it hasn't gone manky yet. It's only been used the once, so I'll take the opportunity to use it up before it goes yucky. And I seem to remember not thinking much of this mascara, but actually I'm liking it today. I wonder if it's because it's got a bit more gloopy. I mean, it's not like thick and it's not like clumping, but I wonder if it is thicker than it was originally, because I actually quite like that. Can you see the difference? My lashes don't really curl, the top lashes, so I usually like a mascara that curls, but this isn't doing a bad job at that. What's it called, this one? Blowout High Volume. I'm really not sure it's doing that, but I do like what it is doing. Okay, we are done, and this is the finished look. And to think that this set, which is 2 eyeshadow palettes, cut crease canvas, an eyeliner, and also a brow pen, 5 things, £15. I'm not 100% sure how much this was originally, but certainly these palettes used to be £10. I think they might have gone up to 12 now, but they were definitely 10 at one point. And then you've got obviously a second palette, which I don't think is a cheap one either. I imagine this is £8 or £10. The cut crease canvas I think is £6. And then I think these are like guesstimates at this point, maybe £5 or £6 for the liner, and I don't know about the brow pen, but I can imagine it being £4 or £5, maybe a little bit more. So yeah, I think this is an amazing value product, and yeah, £15 in B&M. Get yourself down there. If you haven't seen my original video, which was the haul of where I got this, I basically did a Revolution haul in B&M. So I didn't get every gift set, but I got a lot. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 or 8 I got. So if you want to see what else is available from B&M by Revolution, I'll pop the link down in the description and you can go ahead and check it out. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. Pop a comment down below as to which, if you've seen the previous video, which one you'd like me to try next. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.